right. Now, all right. Testing that. Here we go. All right. All right, making sure we're on here. All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday out there. Hopefully, you guys are having a good morning out there so far. Let's go ahead and jump into the weather here. Firstly, let's take a look at your radar picture and temperature outlook. And right now, as you can see, it's pretty quiet overall. Not a lot to talk about. There is a few snow flurries down towards the Omaha area. Did want to mention that. But overall, we do not see a whole lot going on right now. It's pretty quiet overall. There is a little bit of a system down to our south, down towards Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, and some snow going on in Missouri and even Arkansas. Look at that, down towards central Arkansas. There's some snow. Even Kansas, Kansas City, Omaha, seeing some snow. But for us, we are quiet overall. We do not see anything going on right now. Temperatures. What are we looking at for temperature-wise? Let's take a look at this morning's temperatures, and we are cold. It is just plain cold out there. We are at 16 degrees right now in Sioux Falls. We are at 9 in Watertown. We are at 5 in Aberdeen. Aberdeen right now is the coldest spot on the map. 9 degrees in Pierre. We got actually 3 degrees in Mulbridge. That's actually the coldest spot on the map, up in Mulbridge and Aberdeen. 25 in Rapid City, 23 in Spearfish. Down into Nebraska, we got 18 in North Platte. We got 18 in Valentine. It is 14 in Grand Island. It is 16 in Norfolk and 19 in Omaha. It is 18 in Des Moines. As we look into Iowa, 16 in Waterloo, 14 in Mason City. It's 10 in Spencer, 19 in Davenport. Up in Minnesota, it is 12 in Fairmont, 14 in Worthington, 16 in Marshall, 12 in Rochester, 10 in the cities, and 5 in St. Cloud. So temperatures in the single digits and teens with a few 20s are found across our region. And it is not going to warm up at all. We do not see any kind of warm up whatsoever. We are looking at some pretty cold temperatures for quite some time. Well, we are going to take a look at the latest here in the forecast. What you can expect here over the next several days. We'll go ahead and run everything out here for you. But first, let's hear now. Let me pull up today's sponsor here. Let's pull up today's sponsor. All right, let's hear a brief word from today's sponsor at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Alrighty, so that is CE Construction. Be sure to check them out. They have been a sponsor for us for quite some time. So let's go ahead and jump into what you can expect here. Let's go ahead and look at a tool we like to use called F5 Weather. And let me show you guys what you guys can expect here over the next several days. This is the latest on the European model. So we're still looking at the European model, just a little bit different view than normal. Usually we look at pivotal weather. But let's go ahead and run this out for you guys. And as you can see, there's your morning view there. There's your light snow down near the Omaha area. So that will continue this morning. And then as we get into the afternoon hours, it'll push east into Iowa and then into, Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri. We don't have to worry about that for us. Other than that, we're quiet. And then I do want to mention there will be a little bit of a clipper system coming in into tomorrow. So for your Tuesday outlook out west, there could be some snow out here. Northwestern South Dakota into northeastern South Dakota into central Minnesota. That's kind of the current path. It would be, west to east across that area. That would be on Tuesday, so that's tomorrow. And so just a heads up, there could be some light snow. Not looking at any big-time systems, not looking at anything big. But the opportunity is there for a little bit of light snow. And then on Wednesday, there could be another system out west. Could be another hit of some snow showers out in western South Dakota, Rapid City area included there. Maybe even the Pierre area a little bit, and then it'll dive into Nebraska, and then that system will clear out by the time we get towards Wednesday, later afternoon. And then the high pressure, as you can see, sits right over us. And when you have a high pressure, usually we are quiet. And Thursday, not seeing anything in the forecast. It looks dry. And then on Friday, that is the day we're watching. So Friday is the next day that we are watching for the potential here for some snow potential on Friday. So again, across, looks like it's going to start up in Montana and then move into North Dakota and then into north central South Dakota by Friday morning, and then by Friday afternoon into northeastern South Dakota, North Dakota into western Minnesota. And then that system will quickly move off to the east into Minnesota. Looks like the cities area getting impacted there by Friday evening. So for the Sioux Falls area, it looks like we're not really seeing a whole lot with that system. It looks like that's mainly north of Sioux Falls. It's up again northeastern South Dakota, western Minnesota, central Minnesota. And then we watch the next system. It looks like on Friday night, it looks like Saturday, your day on Saturday, that takes us out to the 6th of December. Looks like there's another system coming in from the northwest, from Montana. Another system coming in here. It's going to start out west, western South Dakota, and then it will move into the Sioux Falls area, looks like, by Saturday afternoon. And then there you go. There's your possible snowstorm here. This one looks a little bit more organized, I will say, than any of the other little hits here and there. It looks like this one is the most organized. But it also is still, a good 5-6 days out yet, so a lot can still change. But that's the current thinking. It looks like a system potentially coming in on Saturday and across our region. And then Sunday, things will clear out, and then by next Monday, not seeing a whole lot there. Maybe a system up in Minnesota, north central Minnesota, there by Monday, Tuesday morning. But that is a look there at the European model. Now, if we go ahead and look at temperatures, let's go ahead and run this out here using the European model as well. And we are looking at a pretty cold forecast. If you like cold weather, this is your forecast. Play this out here. Today, high is going to be in the teens and 20s, mainly across our region. Maybe some low 30s out west, but overall, this is a cold forecast ahead. Overnight lows tonight dropping into the single digits across eastern South Dakota into Minnesota and northwest Iowa. 4 degrees for an overnight low, looks like, in Sioux Falls, and maybe even a little colder. It could drop down to 2 or 3 degrees. And then how about your daytime highs tomorrow? Well, we're looking at teens in Minnesota, teens and 20s in Iowa, 20s in the eastern South Dakota area, and low 30s in eastern Nebraska and central South Dakota. And there could be a few 40s down in Nebraska, maybe out towards Rapid City. But again, overall theme of this forecast is just plain cold. Temperatures on Wednesday, we're looking at teens and single digits for highs. There could be some 20s out west and south of us, but mainly in the single digits and teens. 7 in Aberdeen, 12 in Sioux Falls. And look at these overnight lows. My goodness. -11 in the Sioux Falls area. -8 in Aberdeen. Yeah, this is your Arctic weather right here. This is the Arctic blast that we've been talking about for weeks, and it is gonna be arriving. It's pretty much already here, but even the coldest of the weather has not been seen yet. And Thursday, temperatures in the single digits in Minnesota and Iowa. 13 in Sioux Falls. Temperatures in the teens in eastern South Dakota. Temperatures in the 20s in the central area of the region, and then 30s out west. And then how about Friday? Well, we're looking at temperatures maybe starting to climb out of this a little bit, maybe into the upper 20s to low 30s across our area. But overall, again, upper 20s to low 30s is the theme there. And then how about Saturday? Well, we're looking at teens in Minnesota, 20s in Iowa, 20s in the east, and then 30s to low 40s out west. And how about a longer range outlook? I'm going to pull this up, and then we're going to look at the National Weather Service prediction here. Next Monday, looking at temperatures in the 20s in the east, 30s out west, maybe some 40s as well. So next week will be interesting. I think there could be some spots out west that could warm up next week. Looks like we could see a bit of a warm up next week, and we might finally start to break out of this super cold weather. Now, it is not a for sure thing yet. Things can still change very quickly. But the way it's looking right now, there could be some warmer temperatures ahead next week, mainly out west, where we have a lot of snow. There's still going to see temperatures mainly in the 20s to low 30s. But for, areas out west, Nebraska, Rapid City, winter areas, could see some warmer air. But overall, next week, again, could be a little bit warmer. Now, let's look at your wind chill forecast. I wanted to bring this up. We are looking at some really cold air here. So looking at your wind chill map, I wanted to go ahead and look at this. Even by Tuesday morning, look at that. Tuesday overnight temps, overnight lows into the morning hours. That's some pretty cold air. But that's not the worst of it. By Wednesday, look at these wind chills below zero again. So tomorrow, Wednesday. And then how about Thursday morning? We have wind chills in the -20s for our area. Look at that. -20s in Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, eastern South Dakota into Minnesota and Iowa. This is your Arctic blast. I mean, that is the thick of it right there. -10s in central regions of the area, and then around zero out west. So yeah, that is a sneak peek of what you can expect here for some of these wind chill numbers. Looks like the coldest again is going to be Thursday. Your day on Thursday is going to be bitterly cold temperatures, wind chills there. That is very cold air. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and look at, let's try to pull up the So these ones are a day behind. These are our most updated. We're going to pull up the 10-day forecast here, and then we'll wrap things up here for you. And for the Sioux Falls area, we are looking at a pretty cold forecast overall, and not a whole lot of moisture to speak of. We are looking at temperatures mainly in the 20s across the forecast, but it could be a few fluctuations here and there. Tuesday, tomorrow we could see a little bit of a bump, and then we're going to fall in temperatures down. And I think we'll get even colder than some of these numbers. Overnight temperatures, again, that Wednesday, Thursday time frame, below 0 for overnight lows, and then mainly in the teens, and then overnight lows, dropping into the teens, single digits, and then daytime highs in the 20s mainly, maybe a few low 30s there later in the 10-day forecast. And Aberdeen, we're looking at teens today. Looks like low 30s tomorrow, and then teens on Wednesday, and then back into the 20s. Kind of an up and down forecast, but a very cold forecast too, and not seeing a whole lot of moisture. I think that Friday, Saturday time frame is going to be a time frame to watch there for upcoming snow. Looks like these aren't very updated, but we're gonna go through them here. Pure temperatures mainly in the 20s, maybe some 30s as well mixed in there. Not a whole lot of moisture in the forecast, and overnight lows in the single digits and teens mainly, maybe some low 20s here and there. Overall, just a cold forecast for everyone involved here, and not a whole lot of moisture to talk about. And for the Rapid City area, will be a little bit warmer out west, 30s and 40s mainly for Rapid City. Not a whole lot of moisture in the forecast. Overnight lows mainly in the 20s. Sponsored by Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. So thank you guys for tuning in this morning. We appreciate all of the support that we've seen. Recently, we've got a bump in viewers, so we'd like to thank each and every one of you for staying put here with T-Storm Chasers. We will be back for a regular video later today. So we'd like to thank you guys for watching. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe for more content. We will be back again later today. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and X. That is where we are most active. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. We go live on TikTok as well. So thank you guys for tuning in this morning.